It's not? Are you sure? The meat tape. Red pulsing.
I'm gonna pass that one right on by. All right, come on.
Check. Check. Oh, yes, we got it.
Stop! You gotta turn it off. Oh my God, dude! Whew.
All right. Apparently, that's too much for you. So, who do we have on here? We got Mr. DW. We're doing a giveaway tonight, DW.
I think it's gonna get them all.
What?
Because Jim Stute had to leave, so the other one here is. Oh no, we got a Neil Morgan.
Neil Morgan. Hey, Alan Shanks in Australia. Thank you so much. Hey, Alan, we're going to start doing our guests again on our live games. That might not work as well for you, I guess. Doggone it. I'm sorry. We were doing pre-recorded games there for a while, and that would have probably worked a lot better for you. Maybe we could still do it like a special pre-recorded one with Alan.
I would make an exception for him.
He's in Australia.
He is. And I wouldn't.
Can you help us get out here, mate?
Flawless.
Flawless. Who likes Dairy Girls? Who out there likes Dairy Girls? Who watches the Dairy Girls TV series? I guess would it be like what is it, a guilty pleasure sort of thing? Maybe a little bit of a guilty pleasure.
I think it's funny. A high end.
It's funny stuff.
It's highbrow.
It's funny stuff. Good stuff. We recommend Dairy Girls. 2 thumbs up. I give it a thumbs up. What about Bessy?
I give them all the thumbs.
All the thumbs up.
All the thumbs in my collection.
I think that's 2. Do you have more than that?
I could neither confirm nor deny.
She might be collecting thumbs. We got Manny Marino. We are doing a giveaway tonight, boys and girls. And if you want to be entered into the giveaway, just real quick, you gotta be present to win. You gotta enter. If you want to be entered into the drawing, it's actually going to be more like a dice roll. We're going to roll the dice, and then we'll pick names of the folks that have wanted to be entered. But if you want to be entered into the drawing, type into the chat the word enter. ENTER. Did I get it right? Enter. English is not my first language.
No, I'm just going to let you know that was not all the thumbs. I give that like a half a thumb. I give it a half thumb.
Oh! Why are you not writing names down? You need to be writing these down. We got an Alan Shanks. We got a Red Mist. We got a Neil Morgan. We got a DW Lowe.
Okay, you think that's helpful?
Yes, it's helpful. I just told you the names to write down. Are you getting them written down? Mortis 005. You are in, sir, and or madam. I try not to judge. I don't know.
What are you saying? Are you drunk off that cake?
I might be drunk off of cake. I may have had a little more cake. Yeah. And I'm a little cake punch. No?
You're cake drunk.
Cake drunk.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
I don't want to say that. It'll get us like shadow banned from the all I've had today is cake and beans. That's my normal. Enter the word enter. ENTER if you want to be entered into the drawing. I should tell you know what? Have we gone live officially? Yes, we have. And that means I should say something like, hey everybody. Okay, cut.
And
cut.
Go.
Cut. Computer, stop program.
That's not how this works.
It's
That's not how any of this works.
Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am with the world's most dangerous Bessy. Yeah. And I've had a little too much cake today.
Yeah,
A little too much. A little too much.
This is a sugar high Dave. The special beast.
Calm. So fun stuff. I got some cool things to give away tonight. A big thank you to everybody out there for the happy birthday wishes. I really do appreciate all the love that we get here at Casa Pulp Alley. You're breaking me up today. Oh,
Birthday sugar drunk.
Birthday sugar drunk. Hi, Mike. Can you help us get out of here? That was flawless. Flawless!
You know, we watch enough Bluey. I feel like you should do better.
That was flawless. Give me a better one then.
I don't profess.
Go ahead.
I don't profess.
Go ahead, Miss Expert in the field.
I have a good ear. I don't necessarily do it myself.
I think you
but I have
watch
a good ear.
far more Bluey than I do. You guys watch Bluey? Bluey also gets thumbs up. Bluey is fun
Bluey
stuff.
is every thumb in my collection times 2.
Oh.
I do love Bluey.
Oh. So she has this thing at night. When it's getting close to Max's bedtime, and she'll say, "Okay, I'll let you watch one more episode of Bluey, but then it's to bed." And then, like 16 minutes later, or however long the episode is,
8 minutes. They're 8 minutes.
8 minutes later, she's like, "Okay, but just one more episode, and then it's straight to bed."
No,
and that goes on for like 3 or 4 episodes.
Because he looks at me.
Yeah, because when in fact she's the one that wants to watch the Bluey.
No, he looks at me and he says, "One more piece."
Oh.
And I can't say no. Plus, I want to watch it, and I worked very hard to get him involved in that.
Boy.
I worked
brainwashing.
very hard.
If you want to be entered into the drawing this evening, or the dice roll, I guess I should more accurately call it, then enter the word enter into the chat. That would be ENTER. Enter the word enter into the chat. We'll get you entered into the die roll. Are you sure you got everybody?
Yeah.
So here are the things we're giving away tonight. And these are pretty cool because I found another dice bag. William Schmidt-Matson.
Yeah.
I found another dice bag. And this one, I'll admit it, it's not in super shape. The printing isn't perfect. That's probably why I didn't sell it or give it away. It's got a little bit of a smudge.
Oh.
See, right there.
Quite a smudge.
It's got a little bit of a schmutz on it. See that?
See this right here?
There? See that schmutz right there?
Get yours out.
Will you move your pen? I'm trying to show the schmutz. You're going to schmutz my schmutz. So there's somewhere. Oh, where is it? It's here. Right there. Oh, dang it. Oh, I need more cake.
No, you don't. We're done with cake.
I need more cake.
Ooh, are you going to put your glasses on?
I should put my glasses on. So that's one of the things we're going to give away tonight. Dice bag. Now, this is almost unique in the world of Pulp Alley. Back when we were getting ready to print second edition wasn't ready to print, but I wanted to test a few different formats. So this...
Mint in bag,
not because I just took it out of the bag.
We can't have anything nice.
You can't have anything nice.
Hey, Marty.
Marty
needs to put enter.
Marty, you need to enter the word enter if you want to be entered into the drawing, the dice roll. So type in the word. Anybody else out there that's stealthing it, please be sure to hit that like button. And we didn't really advertise this. We're not really trying to just, give away stuff to any old hooligan. We want our core audience to make sure that they get a chance to get this cool stuff. GW Rules has an enter. Is he on there?
Yes.
GW Rules is on there. GW Rules. Marty, you need to enter the word enter if you want to be entered into the drawing. So this little darling right here, all set up to run the nameless. Mac Daddy gave me an enter. Get Mac Daddy on the list. Marty Devine throws an enter in there. Nameless Ruins for second time my players bailed. For the second time my players bailed. Oh, those naughty players. So back when we were getting ready to print second edition, I wanted to test out printing different books from different printers. So there were only 2 of this one ever made. This is an original first edition content printed in what I call the fun size. This is one of the smallest formats that we've ever printed a Pulp Alley book in. And it looks a little something like this. So this is actually, there were only 2 of these ever printed. One of them was given away years and years ago, and I don't even remember who. But this is the original Pulp Alley book in a different size. I call it fun size because it's a smaller format than all of our other
It's
books.
a baby.
It is a little baby, but it's still very easy to read. I really like this format. I really like this format. If I could have got away with it, I'd have probably done this smaller format. I think the inks are a little bit stronger, the paper's a little bit better quality. It's a cool book, but it was actually going to cost us more to use this smaller size, so we ended up going with A5. It would have probably cost us about $4 extra to print it in this smaller format. The combination of different things involved. But we're going to give this away tonight. This is the second item that we're giving away. We're going to give away this dice bag. We're going to give away this very rare.
No longer Minton bag.
Well, I had to take it out of the bag. So the third thing, the last thing that I'm going to give away is a fun size of the second edition rule book, along with a beautiful red ribbon. Can you see that? Can you see that on there? This is the other thing that we're giving away tonight. These are the 3 things. You see the beautiful red ribbon? That comes included at no extra fee. So don't forget to manga sized, I believe is what the official term for this size was. I don't remember the exact inches on it, but about the size of like a manga magazine, comic, whatever they're called. So got 3 things here to give away. I got the second edition fun size or manga size rule book. Very cool. We do print some of these every once in a while just because I really like them. Like I said, I think it's a cool size. One of the big differences is, again, I think it's a little bit better book. I think the printing is a little bit nicer. I think the inks are a little bit darker. I think the paper's a little bit thicker. The big difference is that the margins are smaller.
Yeah.
So the big difference between this visually and our the A5 book is that the margins are a lot smaller.
Especially on the inside.
Yeah, especially on the inside. Yeah. But if I'm just like traveling around, going to Walmart or something like that, then I like to take my travel size book with me. So those are the 3 things we're going to give away. We're going to give these away at approximately 8:20, a little less than 11 minutes from
10
now.
minutes. 10 minutes.
10 minutes, a little less than 10 minutes. We're going to give these away. If you want to be included in the drawing, you need to enter the word drawing.
No. He's
No.
cheating.
No.
You need to enter the word enter.
Enter the word enter.
This guy right here.
I've told you English isn't my first language. Enter the word enter. In case a game of Pulp Alley breaks out at Walmart, you got to have that rule book in your back pocket. You never know when, you might have
He's
to.
got it on a fast draw.
You may have to whip it out.
He gets in a lot of knife.
Don't talk. Don't. She didn't mean that. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you are this pile of cards that I have stacked up from yonder to yonder. Check this out. Check this out. This is so beautiful. So this is basically one of the decks, and there are going to be 8 of these. There are going to be over 400 cards in these 8 decks. Keep a rule book under your pillow. Yeah, and you got to keep it loaded too. Otherwise, I mean, what's the point in having it under your pillow if it's not loaded? So you have all of these cards. How cool is this? Well, I whip it out. So one of the things that I really like about the cards is how easy it is to put together the leagues. And a lot of the cards are grouped into leagues because it's based off of the character's book, right? The leagues that appear in there. So a lot of these, for example, these cards here, I think all appear on one of the pages in there. Like all of these cards right here all appear on one page. Well, you could take this and you could say, you know what? I think instead of having this as my leader, I think I'd rather have this character over here be the leader. And now I have a completely different league. Or maybe I want to swap out my sidekick and I can put my sidekick over here. Or maybe I want a different ally in there and I can put a different ally in there. It's so easy and fast to put together leagues, to change characters
Mm-hmm.
out, and you don't have to redo a roster. You don't have to change anything like that. You can just swap those cards around and go, "There's my league for this game." So it's a lot of fun to do it that way. Doesn't change the fact that it's always fun to make your own characters, and I think that's one of the things, the cornerstones of Pulp Alley, is that so many skirmish games out there just want to give you your characters because they don't really want to. It's hard allowing players to create their own characters if you don't take the time to balance it out. You got to take years of playtesting to make sure the stuff actually works. So we spent 3 years of playtesting to make sure that the characters, in different combinations are still going to work. There was only like one ability that we ended up changing because we kind of, after a while, I never really agreed that it was overpowered in two-player games, but sometimes if you were playing with 4 players or something like that, maybe it got a little bit beefy. Boys and girls, we're going to do a giveaway tonight, and we're going to do it in a little less than 7 minutes. And we're going to be giving away a new dice bag, a very unique rule book, and a not really unique rule book, but
But kinda.
with a lovely red ribbon.
Is it unique?
Yes, it's unique.
So to
Um,
enter, you write enter into the
if you want
chat.
to be entered into the drawing, Nay, I don't think you're on the list yet. Nay, you got to enter the word enter. Enter. And if there's anybody, is Manny Marino on there? Manny, you got to enter the word enter in the chat, buddy. Sean Hudson, there's a Sean Hudson. If you're out there listening and you haven't typed anything into the chat, there's a Manny Marino with an enter. Come on, Nate, give us an enter. There's a John Michael giving us an enter. There you go, John. Get your name in the list. If you want to be, there's a Nay right there.
Yay.
All right, all right. Who else is out there listening, lurking? You got to type in enter. You got to type in enter if you want to be entered into the drawing. And we're going to be doing the drawing in a little less than 6 minutes. So there's gonna be on these decks that we're gonna do. There's gonna be 8 of these decks. 7 of them are going to have the artwork from Pulp figures. These absolutely beautiful. And I could be wrong. I don't think I am. And if I am, I'll eat a bug. I'm fairly sure that these figures were painted by Bob Murch. They were sculpted by Bob Murch. They were handcrafted by Bob Murch, cast by Bob Murch, painted and yada yada by Mr. Bob Murch, who let us include these on these cards. So really, really cool, lovely artwork on these. Now on the backs of these cards, if you don't like the way I designed it, well, let's see it, Mr. Man. Go ahead and make your own. Looky there. Even if you don't like the names, There's the artwork on the back, and you can just make your own characters. You can write your own ability in there. You can put your own stats on there. Look how cool that is. Look how cool that is. So, sometimes people ask me, "What do you use to write on these?" And I would suggest just a pointy sharpie. I think is what they're called. The official term is a
Some people
pointy.
say fine point.
Okay, whatever. Fine point, whatever. Or just a pointy is I think the more commonly
I don't
known
think you can go to
as.
Staples and say, "Do you have
If
a
you go
pointy
to
pointy
Staples,
staple?"
ask them where the pointy sharpies are, and they'll pointy you right in the right direction. So you can use that, or you can just use blood. Some people like to use blood. I'm
That
not
is my
saying that.
preferred.
Well, that's what Bessie uses because she's a witch. Witch. Okay. So use the back of the cards to make your own versions of those characters. You have the fronts of the cards. You can switch them out. There's going to be 7 of these decks. The first one is called Heroes and Personalities, and then there's 6 other ones that are going to include the Pulp figures characters. Now, on the back of that card right there, it tells you the packs of miniatures that will be included. And I'll Michael Bounker, uh, put an enter in there. Boys and girls, you got less than 3 minutes to get entered. If you want to be entered into the drawing, you need to type enter into the text, into the chat. And by the way, if you don't know it already, you've got to be a subscriber to chat with us. We used to have problems with that where we would have naughty people come on,
Naughty.
cheeky
Cheeky.
cheeky people would come on and be cheeky. So we had to change it where you had to be a subscriber to get it. Now, on the back of the card, it's going to tell you, look at this right here. Look at this. It's going to tell you right there all the packs of cards, of miniatures that go along with this deck. So it's right there. And look, it's got a little checkbox there, wrong hand. It's got a little checkbox right there. Oh, this is like backwards. I can hardly do this. Um, to mark them off as you complete your collection. Dot 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 dot. So 7 of the decks are going to be like this. They're going to feature the pulp figures characters. They will have these cool little check boxes that you can go through. The 8th deck.
Ooh.
What?
Telemachus needs to.
Ptolemachus, you got to enter the word enter into the chat if you want to have a chance to win. Boys and girls, if you're out there lurking, you got a little less than
I don't know who that is.
enter it. Don't know who that is. Enter is that's weird. Scroll down. Anyway, don't know what that is. Be sure and enter the word enter if you want to be included in the drawing. Type in the word enter. ENTER. And we're going to give these away in a little less than 1 minuto. So I got 1 more minute to talk about this. Enter the word enter. That may have been Ptolemachus or something scrolling down. Let's go ahead and add him on there.
Okay.
No, I don't know. It's a mystery person.
It's a mystery person.
Ptolemachus, if you want to be entered in the drawing, enter the word enter. So the 8th deck is, there we go. There's Ptolemachus.
Yay.
The 8th deck is the character's core deck. And what this is a big mix of level 4, level 3, level 2, level 1 characters with no artwork. These are the types of cards that I use over and over again for sci-fi settings, for fantasy settings, for various settings.
Westerns?
They have westerns. Absolutely, I use these cards. I was using these cards when I was doing the 15 millimeter sci-fi game. These were the cards that I was actually using for a lot of the characters in that 15 millimeter sci-fi game. Give me camera 4 again. So now what's awesome about these is the backs of the cards again are blank. So right there you have completely blank cards. So that doesn't even have the level on there. So now you're going to have a metric ass load. Am I allowed to say metric ass load?
I'll allow it.
Okay. You will have a metric ass load of truly blank cards that you can make characters to your heart's content. You will have lovely, lovely cards to write upon with your pointy, pointy Sharpies
Or blood of your enemies.
or the blood of your.
What?
I thought you were supposed to use your own blood. You can use blood of your enemies?
Of course, you know,
Oh,
you know.
Okay. So that now, see, now you're getting a little. I don't know.
Hey, look, it's time
You're
to
gonna
give
get
away.
you're gonna get a shadow band again. Okay. Count
Don't
the number
put
of
that
names.
on
How
me.
many names do we have on the list?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
If you're out there lurking, you got one chance right now. You got to enter the word enter into the drawing. How many names was it?
15.
15. I'm going to go find me a die 20.
Ooh.
A die 20. Since I don't have a die 15. Boys and girls, if you haven't entered, if you haven't hit that like button, you ought to do it now. There's 15 names. There's 17 on here. A couple people.
Well,
are
one's us.
Oh, okay.
And
Are we not entered? Okay. All right. So I have a dice here. Suddenly thinking about convention game where you give people figures and then have them draft character cards. We have done that, Marty. We have done that where you actually just randomly give people characters. You got to have folks that are really in the spirit to have fun, though. Some people can get kind of goofy, Oh, I got a bad character. Well, you know how they get. What?
Am I rolling or you?
I don't know. Hey, let me look at my list real quick. So I would say that the Kickstarter for this is going to go live within the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Maybe sooner. I really don't know how quick I'll be able to work on everything. But right now, as of this afternoon, 6 of the decks of the 8, 6 of the decks are ready to go to the printer. 6 of the decks are ready to go to the printer. I only have 2 decks left. A big thank you to Jason for helping me work on some decks. So that was a big help to get a little bit extra done. So there will be 8 different decks. There will be over 400 cards. You've seen the cards. We're doing the giveaway right now. And here we go. So if she rolls a dice that is greater than 15, are you sure it's 15?
I recounted.
1, 2. I got 15. So if she gets a number that is greater than 15, she will re-roll. Otherwise, we will
go down the list.
We will start counting down the list. Okay. The first thing that we're going to give away, there's going to be 3 different winners. If you win something, you are then eliminated for the next roll. So what do we want to do first? What do we want to do first?
Bag.
The bag?
Yep.
They're all kind of cool.
Bro.
She said bag, so we're doing bag. She said bag, so fine. Bag is the first item that we're going to roll for. Roll it. Switch the camera. Here it goes. And 11. Count it off, Bessy. Count it off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, Manny Marino. Manny Marino. Do you already have a dice bag? I don't know. Manny might. He's been in this game a long time. But Manny Marino, you won yourself a dice bag. Nothing wrong with getting 2. I know a man like you got big dice, so you're going to have a big bag for it. And now we're going to. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? I'm not saying anything. So now we're going to roll for what, Bessy?
the baby first edition.
The baby first edition. I don't know. This is pretty freaking cool. This is you. If you win this, you have a unique book. There were only 2 of these ever printed. Not even sure what happened to the first one. So this is pretty big. This is pretty big right here. So the winning name. So Mandy does not count on this one. Did you write down he got the bag? Okay. So 11 is eliminated. So she will re-roll if she. Or are we going to skip 11 or are we going to just count past him? So now there's 14 names. Okay. So we'll just roll. If it gets over a 14, I guess, then we'll have to re-roll. Here we go. This is for the baby rule book. The baby rule book right here. Number 7. Number
1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. GW rules.
GW rules. GW rules is the winner of this little book here. I bet you, I don't know if GW, do you have one of these? Do you have a first edition rule book? Not one of these, because there's no way you'd have one of these. But you might already have a first edition rule book, but if you don't, you're going to get this. How cool is that? Mint in box.
Okay.
All right. This is for the ribbon. This the next roll, whoever wins this one gets the ribbon and the book that is attached to it. So we'll roll the dice. We'll start counting down through the numbers there. Let's see what you got. Congrats, GW. Yes, indeed. Congrats, GW. Thank you guys so much. This is the last winner right here. Let's see what we get. 19, that's a re-roll. That is a re-roll. There's not 19 names there, so no harm, no foul. 13. Do we have 13 names? Count them.
Yeah, it's going to be Telemachus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No spoiler alert. The last person to be on the list, there it is. Telemachus, Mr. Man, the man, the myth, the legend, part of the Pittsburgh Telemachuses, or at least the Pennsylvania Telemachuses. You won yourself this lovely, fun-sized second edition rule book.
With ultra rare red ribbon.
With the red ribbon. The red ribbon is in there. Now, GW and Telemachus, if you want yours signed, you can let us know that you want it signed, and we will sign it for you. Otherwise, we won't mar the beauty of it unless
they're too beautiful to mar.
Unless you specifically ask for it to be marred. And that's it for tonight. We are hitting our time
limit. They need to confirm their shipping addresses with you on Messenger or email?
Yes. Telemachus, Manny Marino, and Michael.
And GW Rules.
GW Rules is, I think his name is Michael, but
it's not GW Rules?
No, GW. No, it's not his real name.
Agree to disagree.
That is an alias.
Agree to disagree.
Just like Bessy is an alias.
This is my real name. That is my real name. If I have been called that since I was a year old, that is my real name.
Alias. Oh, is that what it says on your driver's license?
No one looks at it. I look like a serial killer in my driver's license.
Oh, and that's probably why you use an alias and sign things in blood. Thank you very much. Case closed.
Damn it.
Thank you, boys and girls, for playing along tonight. We will see you soon.
Sunday.
Yes,
10 a.m.
very
Central.
soon. Very soon.
Very soon. Click that button, bro.
Here's the button.
Hey, bud.
In stream.
Love you, babe.